Guys, and today I thought it'd be a good idea to do a roll session, forward rolls, backward rolls, but I thought it'd be useful to people like Sandbag John and Paul from Oregon, who I know are into rings, to have a further analysis of the way I do the rings forward roll and considerations for how it can go wrong, what can go wrong, and how it feels. So, first of all, I'd say prerequisites for doing a forward roll would be a support hold, let's say 20 seconds, and a couple of strong chin-ups. So that is actually most people who've had a few months on the rings would be fine to try a forward roll. The main stumbling block is probably the mental side of it, which is falling forwards on the rings isn't a natural thing to want to do. However, the rings forward roll is pretty much like doing a chin up, but just rotating around while you're doing it. And from my experiments today, failing at different points in the forward roll, each one ends up as a chin up, and the only way it kind of jolts slightly is if you drop out the false grip and into a normal grip, which is like slipping down the ring. Then you kind of collapse a little bit into a chin up, but it's not an injury type move at all. The shoulders are very strong in this position, and the biceps really support the position well. So there's no, I don't believe there's any chance of injury unless you physically just drop the rings for some reason. Then I tried the roll with tucked legs, straighten my legs, and somewhere in between. I'd say in between is probably feels the most natural. Having them tucked, rotate really fast, and having them long is slower and gets more control over the move. But if you do it tucked, go pretty fast. That's it really. You need a full grip as well to do it. Other rings to rotate around laterally, 360 as you rotate over the top, 360. And it helps to have the rings rotate at the same rate. Otherwise you get like a clunky forward roll, a bit like chicken winging the muscle up when one arm goes slightly before the other. We want to minimize that effect and get a nice smooth transition or a rotation. And also I think it helps to have the rings tucking in towards each other as you're pulling in your chin up. So that sensation of pulling in and pulling back really helps control it. I did banded backward rolls, and you might think being a roll it's similar to a forward roll, but to me it's a completely different thing. You have to do lots of different things. It's actually mentally easier to roll backwards, but it involves timing and it involves really thrusting up to get back into a hold, and even with the band it's tricky. And again, got to let the rings rotate at the same pace, which it's probably hampered somewhat by holding a band at the same time. That's it anyway, and feel free to ask any questions. I hope I've been clear in this description.